Sometimes the world looks perfect, nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in my way. The flame in my heart, like a long lost friend, gives every dark street a light. Standing tall on the wings of my dream, rise and fall on the wings of my dream. The rain and thunder, the wind and haze, I'm bound for better days. My life, my dream, nothing gonna stop me now. My life, my dream, nothing gonna stop me now. Nothing gonna stop me now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Perfect Bloggers here in Intro to Blogging. It is the fall 2017 semester. It is September the 27th, 2017. We have here our trusty clapper, which we are
So
using.
what is this clapper for? You know, this actually, so far, everything is working. This is actually
my goodness.
amazing. So
It is beyond belief.
this is,
We have had a series of challenges. Some may call them setbacks. I'm not sure I'm ready to go that far, but we've hit some headwinds.
challenges. Well, the only way to grow is to face your challenges and overcome them.
This is true.
Correct?
Calm waters never made for a strong
And
sailor.
we actually still have, so we did have a PA who helped us before the show,
Which made a big difference.
which made a huge difference.
Big difference.
But she has class now.
yes.
And so there is still a spot for those that are interested in, during the show, being the social media manager.
Indeed.
So what does the social media manager do?
That's a very, very good question.
Maybe we should do the clapper first.
Oh, maybe we should.
And why are we doing the clapper? What's
Why
the clapper
are we
for?
doing the clapper?
What's the clapper for? Clap,
Well-
clap, clap on, clap off.
The clapper has information on it. This is sort of like, you know, those, if somebody holds up the newspaper to prove the date that something was, the date that a photo was captured in the place. Of course, there are ways around that nowadays. But anyway, it has the date, it has the name of the course here, so there's a certain kind of labeling that we're doing. This is metadata for,
Yes,
the class. But mainly, we are creating a point at which we could stitch everything back together in the unlikely event that we have a major technical breakdown. At least that's my understanding of why we're doing this.
Well, yes.
You may have your own thoughts.
No, yes, because we have about 5 million different audio backups, which is quite overwhelming.
And that's only an
slightly.
exaggeration by about 4 million.
Exactly.
I can see with my eye at least 1 million microphones in
Yes.
this studio. So what we're going to do is a moment of silence, and then the clapper will clap, and then we can carry on.
And then in the waveform, there'll be a nice little thing where they can see the waveform spike, and then you can do it.
The waveform being the
The visual
representation or depiction of
the audio.
All right. So here we go.
So you say quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. Now, those watching may not know, but there is a technique to using a clapper effectively.
There is.
And I haven't mastered it yet myself. I want to be forthright about that. You want to come down with just the right amount of force. Not too timid, but not too...
And here's another little
Not too
tidbit
angry.
of knowledge, if you would like to, for those that would like to amaze their friends with their film knowledge.
I like
is
tidbits of
that
knowledge.
when you do the clapper in the beginning of a shoot,
yes,
it's upright.
like this.
But if it's at the end of a shoot, then you'd flip it around and do it upside down, then it would be indicating that that is at the end of the shot.
So perhaps as a special treat today, at the end of our episode, we will return to the clapper.
Yeah,
And
actually, that's
do it
good because
upside
you can never have enough points to help Premiere sync up the audio.
Good to know. I would say that is 2 bona fide tidbits of filmmaking knowledge. And it's not even a film class. So here we go.
All right.
I would give that a 9 out of 10, that clap right there. That was one of my better ones.
Yeah.
Not my best, but one of my better ones.
because it maybe maybe just a little bit more, just a tad bit
Just
more.
a tiny bit, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a sweet spot that is
Yeah.
hard to hit, but one of these days, the stars will align.
Yeah,
and
it's
we'll
like
have a
setting
perfect
audio.
clap.
You want to have that sweet spot.
Yeah.
You know, this is becoming a digital media production class.
All right,
That's all.
let's get focused
We
here.
gotta get focused.
For goodness sake. Today is a very special day. I just learned this myself. We'll focus in a moment, but I just have to make note of the fact that
Oh yes.
it is a birthday today of someone special.
Really?
Yeah. They're turning 19.
19.
Not quite of legal drinking age, but
well, unless you're in France
true.
or some other European countries,
And old enough to be drafted.
and old enough to be drafted. Yes.
And of course, we're talking about the birthday of Google. 19 years old today.
And you brought up a good point that Google seems like it's been around a lot longer. I don't know.
Does it though?
Well, so
'Cause
19
I-
years. So let's do my math. Let's see if my
19
math
years,
is still.
2
So that would be
decades.
2000. No, 2019. Wait, 2007, 1998. So 1998.
Yes.
So
1998. That's right. Yeah, 1998. Yeah.
So then, what was I? So 1998. Where was I? I was. Okay, because now this is going to probably date me, but I will not say my age completely.
Tread
But
carefully.
yes, because I still want
You're not
the
going to be able to put this genie back in the bottle, so
I still want people to have the illusion of my youth here. So,
All right, well,
anyways,
choose your words carefully.
words wisely. It's like choose wisely in Indiana Jones. Okay, sorry. What was I going to say? Oh, I remember Netscape.
Okay.
So Netscape was the first
Yeah.
one, and that was a search engine, no, a browser.
A browser, yeah.
Just a browser.
Yep.
And then Yahoo. Yahoo.
Yahoo, yes.
Yahoo was the.
Well, that was the preeminent search engine.
I'm gonna
wasn't
switch
it?
to that camera.
All
There.
right.
So there. Okay. So
So
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Yahoo. Yahoo's the drink, correct?
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo is the drink. Isn't Yoo-hoo the chocolatey drink?
Yes, it is.
So
I
yeah.
remember drinking Yoo-hoo and browsing Yahoo one day, and then
Oh my gosh, drinking Yoo-hoo and browsing Yahoo. You.
do you remember your first Google experience? I think that's the question.
Well, I
Do you
remember
remember when Google
No,
came
and then
into
there
your
was
life?
even before Netscape. There was this other one. What was the other one before Netscape? You mentioned it.
Mosaic,
Mosaic. Yes,
I believe,
yes,
was the first
yes.
GUI-based browser.
Because I was an undergrad at UC Santa Barbara, and Mosaic in my senior year, Mosaic just came out.
it had just come out.
And like literally, that was like amazing because you could literally like look at photos online, but that was it.
Yeah.
There was no videos, no YouTubing, streaming, no any of that stuff.
Little did
literally-
we know back then that now we
Yeah.
would be.
And it was this wonderful pixelated 8-bit, 1024 by 768 monitor technology. And then Netscape came around,
Yeah.
and then
A revolution in the world of digital publishing.
yes, and then so I'm trying to remember Google. So 1998. No, but the Yahoo was more popular. Yahoo was next as a search engine, the first search
Yeah.
engine and browser.
Well, yeah, a search engine, yes. Yeah.
So this may be an interesting question. What exactly is the difference between a search engine and a browser, and can they be the same, or are they different at the same time?
Well, you could have search capability built into the interface of a browser. That's a pretty common thing. But yeah, no, the search engine is the website. Nowadays, of course, it's all Bing. That's all we go to.
Wait, Bing is a search engine? No, Bing is the browser.
No, Bing is a search engine. Google, of course, we only use Google. Well, some people maybe use Yahoo still. And the browser is the tool that you use to access the website, be it a search engine or another website, any website. Your blogs would be accessed through.
So, but Bing is replaced Explorer.
No, Edge. Edge is the new Microsoft browser. Bing is Microsoft's competing project to Google.
Okay, all right. So then, but interestingly, before the broadcast, we were also mentioning things like Alta Vista.
Yes. And I thought of another
Jeeves.
one. Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves.
Lycos.
Lycos, yes.
And I thought of another one that I had forgotten about earlier. Excite.
Excite.
There was a search engine called Excite.
Yes.
And did we mention Alta Vista?
Yes.
We did.
I think so. And was there another one called Dogpile or
Dogpile?
Something like that?
And there was one called Mama, I think, the mother of all search engines.
The mother, or something like that.
Something like that.
And then, but Google, when it first came out, it was I think it was very simple, right? And I think that's what people liked about it.
Yes. Yep.
Because Yahoo was Yahoo. What? I keep saying Yahoo. I wonder if people still drink Yoo-hoo.
I don't remember the last time I've seen a.
You know, I don't. If anyone here who's listening has ever had a Yoo-hoo, or if they can buy a Yoo-hoo, I will buy it from you.
Wow.
For a minimal fee.
Okay.
A small fee.
Well, there's an offer that one should probably seize.
So anyways, talk about your first Google experience, because I don't remember mine.
Well, I remember I was also in college, pursuing an advanced degree at the time. I'm also trying to tread lightly here. I want to maintain a certain mystique, but I remember...
Well, you can still maintain it a lot better than I can, I think.
Well, I don't know.
Because you have all your hair still.
Well,
see, that's why I'm in a silhouette, so no one can see my hair. That's why I wear a hat all the time, so no one can see my lack of hair.
Oh, boy, all kinds of secrets are being revealed today. I remember I was taking a class in multimedia something or other. It wasn't journalism, it was multimedia production of some kind. And the teacher, who was a TA, at the end of class, we were like, well, where should we find this stuff? And he said, well, you should probably look online. And you check out this brand new search engine called Google. And I remember we said to him, why would we use Google when we have Lycos, when we have Yahoo? And he said, trust me, this Google, it's going places. It's going to be big.
Wasn't there another one with a grandmother? No, that was been Ask Jeeves, but there was something else that seems like it was something like
a grandmother.
Like, I don't know.
I missed that one. But there was the search engine boom of the late 90s.
Yes.
So, but anyway, Google is 19, and Google is, of course, one of the reasons that we're here today. We're using YouTube, which is a Google product for our streaming purposes.
We're using YouTube.
Using YouTube, yeah.
But Google owns YouTube.
Google does own YouTube, yeah. Alphabet, I suppose, if you want to be.
And everybody uses YouTube.
Yeah. In fact, YouTube is the #2 search engine.
Really?
It is. It's the second most used search engine in the world. So maybe somebody will be searching for bloggers or Perfect, and they'll come across our little.
And then they will probably run away screaming.
Probably so.
In utter terror or utter whatever it is.
Not that we can blame them, but all right. We have a few blogging-related topics to also delve into today.
Okay.
Which is very, very, very nice, given the focus of the class here.
Yes.
I hold in my hands the printouts of your very first blog posts, which were due last night, and I've begun looking through them. I will be looking at these in depth and providing some specific feedback to each and every one of you on your blog posts. Feedback about the writing, feedback about the focus of your posts and how well they're structured and formatted and all of that good stuff, and how well your posts are advancing the stated purpose of your blogs. One of the ideas that we've talked about, and we'll keep coming back to it, is everything we do on our blogs should support, reinforce, complement that fundamental premise, what the blog is about, which we could summarize in the tagline or the slogan of the blog. Now, something else you're going to be hearing from me. I want to warn you right now. Something we've talked a bit about in our live sessions, and we're going to continue to talk about it because it's so very important, and that is using descriptive titles or headlines for our blog posts. What do I mean by descriptive? Perhaps you're wondering. Well,
Yes. What? Yes. See, I put my fader. I had my fader button down, level down.
so we could
That's-
barely hear you then.
Yeah, that's.
And while you're doing
not
that,
good.
since we only have a pre-PA, we don't have a
Yes, we need a
during
post
PA.
PA.
A post PA.
No, a production PA.
yes, a
So
production
there's a
PA
pre-PA and a production
and a
PA.
production PA. Since we don't have a production PA at the
Yes.
moment, I'm going to take a real quick peek at the Twitter situation
Oh yes, yes.
and see what we have happening there. Now,
The PA, this production PA could be part of the show too.
yes,
So if there's anyone out there that would like to be on TV, not TV, but if there's any people that what? Never mind. I'm just babbling now. So what were you saying?
Well, I am happy to report that we do not have any missed notifications on Twitter.
So how many people are watching right now?
Well,
And that's what's
our
great.
live stream. Yes, we have all kinds of data points coming in now. Our peak concurrent viewership was 5. 5 people, yes. And our average live view duration is 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
So we'll see if we can extend that out a little bit. This is a lot of pressure because we're going to know if viewership is dropping off.
Yes.
And everybody that we lose, if we go down from 5 to 4, we've lost 20% of our audience.
But
So
maybe
the stakes are high.
So the PA could sit maybe somewhere they could be on camera too in the wide shot.
Very possibly.
Like
yes.
right, maybe maybe right over there, maybe, or something like that.
Over yonder?
Yeah.
Now, I am also happy to report that we have 7,
7
count them 7, Twitter followers.
7 Twitter followers.
And did you hear the big news in the world of Twitter?
Oh, you mean about Trump and North Korea?
I was thinking about a technical, a big technical change that Twitter is making. Yes.
No, I did
perhaps
not.
trying to overshadow Google's 19th birthday, which is a little uncouth, but okay. Well, as we know, Twitter for the longest time has restricted the length of tweets to 140 precious characters. 140 characters, and you know they've increased it.
Wait. Oh, really?
Yes, they have.
Oh, that's pretty.
This
That's
is
pretty groundbreaking news.
pretty big news.
From what to what?
From
140 to what?
140 to 280.
So, okay, so that's interesting. So I guess it's becoming more conversational. So people wanted to become more conversational.
Yeah, maybe elaborate on their thoughts a little bit more.
Because
Now-
sometimes 140 characters is a bit tight.
It is. And you know, people have found creative workarounds, right? They're always sharing screenshots of these missives, these 1,000-word screenshots to work around that character limitation. But some people are very upset about this.
Upset? Why are they upset?
Well, they feel like 140 characters was a challenge, you know? Not everybody can express a cogent thought in just 140 characters. It meant something to be able to tweet under 140 characters. Now, anybody can tweet because you got 280 characters to say what you want to say. So, the long lost art of brevity. Well, we're going to see it evaporate before our very eyes.
Well, I welcome the new change because I really got tired of having to always try to abbreviate everything. In fact, I would argue that that possibly 140 characters was actually, with all the abbreviations that people would do online.
Yeah.
Like whatever LOL or whatever abbreviation it is.
Uh-huh.
That was actually, some would argue, I would think that was probably destroying the English language.
Destroying.
Well, if you abbreviate everything. So
Yeah.
maybe,
Yep.
I mean, because think about when you read something from like the 1800s, like Moby Dick or something like that, right?
Yeah.
These sentences that were literally one sentence was like 2 pages.
Yeah. And not a lot of LOLs in Moby Dick.
No. Now I think we've gone the opposite extreme.
Well, perhaps the pendulum will swing back the other way. And ideally, we'll find ourselves somewhere in the middle when everything is said and done.
Yes. Happy medium or compromise, I suppose.
This is important for us to bear in mind, though, as bloggers, because Twitter is going to be one of the platforms that we use to promote our work. In fact, I've seen some of you in the class here have already set up Twitter accounts to complement the work that you're doing. I see that
Well, I was checking the
you
levels.
made a sudden movement toward our audio recorder, which
No, I was checking
I
the
have to
levels.
confess, my heart did skip a beat.
No, I was checking the levels to make sure because I think that
All
they were
right.
slightly. Oh my gosh, that's.
Adjustments are being made. Well, while you're doing that, I will just...
I forgot to switch on the mixer. The left channel to be left and the right to the right. That was silly. of me.
What are the implications of that particular
It's not
revelation
the
that
end of
you've
the
made?
world, but it's again, it's the backup audio. So it's not. It's one of the backup audio. So it's not the end of the world. But again, no, I need a pencil. I'm stuck because I have all these things on me here.
Well, all right, here you go, kind sir. Ace in the hole.
Okay, so
All right, so while you're doing that, I feel like you're fixing an engine while the plane is running. That's fine, though. Twitter, very important for us to use as a promotional device. We're going to talk more about using social media to engage our audiences, promote our blogs a little later in the course. Some of you are already using Twitter to do very much that same thing, which is awesome, and you're a few steps ahead of the curve. Now, I began talking about something that I really want to hammer home, and that is the importance of writing descriptive headlines, titles for our blog posts. And remember, we mentioned this in a previous episode of Perfect Bloggers. Remember that in writing a good blog title, a good blog headline, what we really want to do is answer 2 questions for readers. We want to tell them what the post is about. There should be no ambiguity about that. And we also want to tell them, ideally, why they should care, why they should bother to read that post. We want to give them a motivation to click and read. What I noticed in reading through the blog posts that have been submitted for the first assignment is many of you are using some nice wordplay, some clever arrangements of words that I think are interesting and work well, but don't reveal what the post is actually about. Now,
okay, so I've it's back up. So basically, I had the left channel going to left channel now, and the right channel is going to the right channel now. And the whole point of that was so that this particular recorder, our voices would be recorded on separate tracks as opposed to being mixed. So
you want to keep them separated there.
Keep them separated. That's a song, right?
Yes, it is. And I'm so proud of you for picking up on that musical reference.
Wait, now.
Oh, we have peak concurrent viewership has increased to 6.
6. Oh, maybe
And our average viewing duration has also increased to
keep them
10 minutes.
separated. Oh my gosh. So, okay, so this is good. So I wonder, maybe we're maybe we're doing something right here.
I don't know. It's too soon to say, but I will keep
Hey.
you apprised of the numbers here.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
these
is, oh my
numbers are
God,
big.
pressure.
So,
Pressure. That's another song reference, isn't it?
yes, it is. Yeah, actually, well, there's a
Maybe that's it. Maybe we just need
There's a
to
Billy
break
Joel
out in
song
song.
called Pressure.
What? Maybe maybe we need to sing every now and then or something like that.
perhaps. I'm going to keep an eye on this. If the viewership goes down, though, we may be getting some indications in another direction. But what were you going to say?
I don't remember.
Well, let me come back to my point. And so I was suggesting that we want to answer through our headlines for our blog posts two questions. What is the post about, and why should I care? Why should I bother?
so,
to
but
read
you
it?
had said something about, but you don't want to reveal too much at the same time.
Well, yeah, that's true. We don't want to completely satiate. That was a classic case of trying to say two words at the same time. We don't want to completely.
The rain falls mainly in Spain or something
I
like
forgot
that.
to do my warm-up exercises.
Yes,
That's the problem.
yes, the vocal
before.
exercises.
I was too preoccupied
Yeah,
with
not
the
me
news
too.
about Google's birthday and the,
and the
280 characters.
That's pretty exciting. I got to admit.
It is.
Yes.
There's a. I don't know exactly how I came to this, but the artwork for Google today, when I started clicking, it took me to this breathing exercise. It was an animation of a circle growing larger and smaller, and it said, "Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out."
Okay.
So
So you it's the headline is just to hook the audience, hook the reader.
it's to hook the reader. I like to use the term to motivate the reader to read, to click, to give the post a chance. And I think you make a very valid point that, we don't want to give away the farm in the title, in the headline. We want to give people a reason to click. But I would argue that the greater danger by far is being too vague and leaving potential readers with no real reason to click because they don't know what you're talking about.
So how do you know that
Literally,
you've
they
reached
don't
the
know what it's
balance?
about.
How does one know that one has reached the balance? Because isn't that a lot of it is very subjective?
Well, it is, but I think answering the two questions is the way to do it. You should be able to answer those questions in a good headline / blog title. What's it about, and why should I bother to read
To the
it?
best of your ability.
Yeah, to the best of your ability.
Because then again, by doing it, you are somewhat biased anyways. So it's like, when you edit someone else's work, you notice mistakes a lot quicker than if you are looking at your own work all the time.
Yeah. We can be a little. You're suggesting maybe we're so close to it that we can't really see.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a challenge for sure. So you might get a second opinion on some of these matters. I'll try to give you my own perspective for what that's worth.
So maybe just go with your gut, partially.
Well, in part.
In
Yeah,
part.
In part. And I do want to reiterate, there are a lot of interesting and good things happening here in some of these headlines. So here, for example, I'm just going to grab a couple random ones. Part of this headline is New City, New Liz.
New city, new what?
New City, New Liz.
New Liz?
New Liz. Liz being the name of the author in this case. And I kind of like that because it has a nice little rhythm to it. And it does kind of get you wondering, oh, well, that sounds kind of interesting. What's it about? But the thing is, I don't know. I happen to know because I've looked at it and I know this person's premise. But if I didn't, I wouldn't really have any idea at all.
I admit I wouldn't also.
With that-
Because
with
what's
that-
Liz?
Yeah.
Liz, L-I-Z?
L-I-Z.
So I if I didn't know anything, I wouldn't know what that's referring to.
Yeah. Now there's more to the title that I haven't read, so let me read the rest and see if it clues us in a little better here. So it's New City, New Liz, drastically changing my view.
Okay, that helps a little more, I think, because it's like, well, okay, that's referring to someone's view
About a new city, perhaps.
about a new city.
So,
I see. New city,
yeah.
new Liz, as in the person is a new person by going to the new city.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And as I understand it, the premise and purpose of this particular blog is to chronicle one person's experience moving to a new city, in this case, Chicago, and all of the trials and tribulations and triumphs that
Yes,
are
yes, that
entailed.
makes. I guess what threw me off, honestly, was Liz, because I think,
Yeah.
is that a person?
Yeah.
Maybe because
Yeah.
if that's the person's nickname,
Yeah.
but if you don't, no, I think that's what I was thrown off by.
Okay. And I think perhaps if you had had some clues, some contextual clues, that might have helped. So
Yes.
maybe if you were on the blog and,
Yes.
we had a picture of Liz somewhere on the
Right,
blog
right.
or the skyline of Chicago.
Then that would make sense, because then I'd be like, oh, okay, that is referring to
Yeah.
the author.
You'd have
Yes,
you'd have
yes.
some clues. Now, but here's the challenge, and I noticed in general that if you take it all in, if you look at the title of the blog plus the headline for the first post, plus maybe some images that were used, in total you could get a sense of what that particular post was about. But the problem is our headlines are ambassadors for our blogs. They don't just live on our blog, they go off and they represent our blog to the internet at large. And
Oh.
they show up in all kinds of
So-
interesting ways without the full context of the blog they belong to.
So do they become part of the SEO process?
They are absolutely part of the SEO or search engine optimization process. One of the things we always want to think about when we write a blog title or headline is good SEO. That is, using keywords that people are likely to search for to hopefully pick up some traffic through search.
Again, the importance of metadata.
That's right. Now, nowadays online, and this is always shifting, but as it currently stands, if you look at the traffic that comes to a content-based website, a news site, a blog, it basically comes from one of three sources. And it's roughly split 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. A third of traffic comes from search. 1/3. People search for content on Google. Your post came up and they clicked. Well, guess what? When your post comes up, I'm seeing the headline and maybe the first line from the blog. I'm not seeing some of these other context clues that are going to help me understand what the blog post is about. And I'm searching for keywords. So let's look at this post again. New city, new Liz, drastically changing my view. The question becomes, are there any keywords in that post?
In the headline post.
In the headline.
headline.
Yeah.
City.
City, okay.
Well, as a generic.
It's a little generic.
But
little generic.
I mean, I guess if it was Chicago, then
Okay.
that would have been
All right.
more precise, more specific metadata.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was the last? New city, new Liz. how?
Drastically changing my view.
View? Well, let's see. Would view be a keyword?
I'm not sure it would. Keywords in general are nouns, and not only nouns, but proper names.
So like Chicago.
Chicago would be a really good keyword. There are people that are going to search for Chicago, for sure. And if they're interested in the city of Chicago, they may well be interested in this post, since Chicago is a big part of it.
Well,
So
everyone seems to like Chicago, I've noticed.
it's a good place. It's a good city.
That's what I've heard.
One day, perhaps you too will have a chance
Yes.
to travel to the windy city.
Yes, someday. Somewhere over the rainbow.
Let's take a look at another headline here, and then we're going to try something a little bit different.
Wow, it's 6:36 already.
Oh boy, we better get a move on here. And I have 17% of my battery remaining, but I actually can probably wire myself up, need be.
Wait,
Here's another post, and I want you to focus here and see if you can discern what this one would be about. All right, you ready? The headline.
Yes.
The title of this post is "Getting to Know Me."
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
That is it.
That is the full and complete
Getting to know me.
"Getting to Know Me." Yes.
What is it about?
What is it about?
Well, it almost sounds like a headline for a bio.
Yeah, that's true. It
You know, like about
like
me.
an about
You know, like the
page.
about me page
About me
or something
page.
like
Yep,
that.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I would think. Is that correct?
Well, I would say yes and no. Yes and no. And I do want to recognize that the criticisms that I'm laying out there in this particular episode are a little unfair because these were our first posts. And some people did decide it was in the best interest of their blog to provide a little bit of background information, some biographical information in their first posts. And so the posts were a little different than the typical. Now, in this particular case, this is a post about immigration to the U.S. It's a blog about.
I think I know who that one is.
It's a
I know
blog.
that's it's. I don't want to say anyone's name, but I think I know who
You
it
think
is.
you may know? Yes.
Begins with a P, possibly?
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And so this is a lovely post about the premise of the blog, which is about immigrating and particularly dealing with the myriad laws that regulate immigration to the U.S. Travel ban 3.0 is now upon us, so there's very timely content here.
Well, there's a new travel ban?
There's a brand spanking new travel ban, yes. Not an executive order, mind you, but a proclamation.
Wait, is it still related to the... Well, I know. Okay.
But at any rate, I merely bring it up to say that there are some very interesting contemporary issues that could be addressed, and I think will be in this blog. But here's the thing. I think that two things. One is for a typical blog headline or title, we're looking for those keywords that people will be searching for. We're looking to answer the question, what is the post about? And why should I read it as a reader? And in this particular case, I'm not sure those questions are entirely answered. And I think some of this content may work well as a standalone separate page on the blogger's website. And I would say that about several of the blog posts that I've been perusing so far, that they are introductory content that sets the stage for the blog and should be separated out as independent pages. And what we want to do in our remaining 19 or so minutes.
I would agree with that because if you notice...
I'm just going to be...
oh my gosh, what?
I'm going to be tending to something here. You may want to switch to the wide view.
There's the wide view. So are you going to be putting in a battery?
I am going to be, yes, plugging in.
Yeah, luckily the lavalier mic that is connected is long enough.
Yes, I believe I have just enough
So-
room. So
I
Here
think
we
you may
go.
want to show your... Why don't you show your yellow sneakers? They're quite bright.
all right.
Can you see the yellow sneakers?
How might we do that if I lift up here?
Yellows.
I'm not sure if that's
Oh,
in the shot, but
Yes.
all right.
Okay, well...
Now
this is the joy of live TV, or not TV, live streaming.
live streaming. Yes.
Yes.
Well, provisions sometimes need to be made. All right.
So now let me go back to
Our average viewing duration has increased to 13 minutes.
13 minutes.
Although we've been talking for a little longer than that.
So- Okay, but I would definitely agree. I mean, most of the blogs, I think one would argue that most of the blogs you look at, they have their About Me or introduction or something like that on a separate page. so people can peruse it at their own leisure.
Yes. Yeah, there are usually at least a couple of special pages on any blog that we want to separate out from the daily or weekly posts. Give them a little bit of a special treatment. And in WordPress nomenclature, we in fact create them not as posts, but as pages. And we're going to take a look at the difference in just a moment here. I do want to mention, Katie is chiming in on Twitter here. And we do appreciate the tweeting.
Yes, indeed.
And
Thank you so much.
apologize that we are a little slow on the uptake here, but cords need to be plugged in, and we're doing what we can. But Katie pointed out that as someone who tweets every day for a company, I have mixed feelings. She's going back to the character limit change. 120 characters made me a better writer by having to be so detail oriented, but I'm excited to stop breaking AP style.
Okay, that's an interesting point.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. So, right. With the AP style, I can understand how, all right.
We're going to go ahead and favorite and retweet that post there. So thank you, Katie.
Yes, thank you.
And let me see if I can switch back here. All right, can we go to my...
What? Your screen?
My screen.
Let's go to your screen. Okay. There we are.
Here we go. All
yes.
Right. Okay. So we're here on the WordPress.com website. Now, I understand that not everyone in the class has set up their blogs.
Yes.
Just yet. And I understand a certain blog, a certain smashcut.fyi blog.
Yes.
Has yet to be.
Okay. So let me. Okay. What? Oh, I'm good. Sorry. Yes, I admit I have been lax in my blogging duties, but I will do this. And actually, we were talking earlier about having some questions about WordPress.
Yeah.
Some of how to customize it to the best of one's ability.
Yep.
With the free, because you said that there's a lot more limitations with the WordPress.com as opposed to the WordPress.org in terms of the customization.
Right.
So it would be interesting to learn more about that.
Yeah.
Because what I think would be interesting to basically show you some of the blogs that I'm interested in and what I based it off earlier, and to see how they did.
All right.
Did it.
So we could take a look at that. And you're very, very correct in that we're going to talk momentarily about some ways of customizing a WordPress blog.
Yes.
That I think even for folks who have already set their blogs up, they're going to want to know some of this information because they can use it to clean up a few things, streamline a few things, and really have a distinct visual appearance.
Because I suppose I do have a confession I have to make.
Oh.
Not only have I been somewhat lax, but one of the reason why I wanted to do the blog is so that I could essentially keep up to date on my technical skills and learn the technical skills about setting up a website, as opposed to the details of the content. I mean,
I see.
If that makes
sense.
Any
that
sense.
Makes sense. One cannot blog without learning more about the publishing technologies that go into blogging. So that's a great benefit of picking this up. So you are about to be rewarded for your procrastination, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, but that is the reality that we're facing here, because we're going to go ahead and set up for you.
I think sometimes as professors we tend to try to, and as students do this too. I think we all do this. Our eyes are bigger than our stomach.
Yeah.
Our stomach is bigger. Wait, our eyes are bigger than our stomach.
Our eyes are bigger than our stomach. Yes. We think we can.
We think we can do everything.
Yep. We tried that 11-plate spinning routine when maybe we would have been better off just keeping it at 10.
Yes.
But we have to add that 11th plate.
Yes, but we're all overachievers. A lot. Not all. I think a lot of us are overachievers. So,
Many of us are.
anyways, I'm just actually trying to. I'll just be quiet. All right. Now, what were you? I'm sorry.
So we're gonna go ahead and set up this.
So
blog
should I
for you.
cut back to the computer screen?
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes, please.
So there it is.
All right.
Now
We have that little delay here, so I'm looking over here and I'm like, are we
Yeah, and
on the screen?
I will next week. I promise that I will have figured out how to have
All
the
right.
shot going up there. See, it's a new thing. There's a new way of doing it,
No shots assigned.
but I will figure it out.
So we come to WordPress, we click Getting Started, and we run into a little survey to fill out on WordPress. Again, everybody in the class, more or less, has completed this step. Not to rub it in, I'm just pointing out that we recognize that they've done that. So we're going to zoom right through this. I'm going to put yours under the photography category.
Okay.
I know it's going to be more than just
Well,
photography.
it's a
but
little bit of everything.
it'll appeal to people interested with photography. Now, after that, we can choose from 4 different kinds of websites. It could be a blog, a website, a portfolio, or an online store. Well, we know that we want smashcut.fyi to be a blog, and so we're going to start with a blog.
So what is the difference between a blog and a website?
Well, a blog is a particular kind of website focused on regular publication of content.
So, but can a website can also be is a blog.
Well, a website could have a blog as part of it, yeah. Yeah, but a website, now, the lines between these things are a little amorphous, and the Ryan Holiday, who wrote one of the books we're using in the class, early on in the book, he kind of says, well, you know what? Any online publishing is blogging, in his view. He takes a very wide view of it. So, blogs and websites,
So, but if one wanted the blog to grow into a larger website, would
Yeah.
it be better to choose website or would it be better
well,
to choose blog?
you
or,
can always go in and change. This is basically just changing our theme recommendations. The theme being the visual appearance of the
okay,
blog.
all right. So I'm going to go back to the computer. All right.
So we have 3 options here, and I'm going to choose the middle one, the independent publisher. There are more that we can tap into. If we stick with the free version of WordPress, there are limitations. You mentioned it yourself. I feel compelled to reiterate that we will hit some limitations here. Unlike if we were using the free version of WordPress.org, .com, .org. .org being software that we install on our own web server and configure and customize, and we can do pretty much anything we want, but it's technically more complicated and actually more complicated than using WordPress.com.
So how much CSS, HTML, and JavaScript customization do you have with the WordPress.com?
Very little with WordPress.com.
Uh-huh.
With WordPress.org, you could customize that stuff to your heart's content.
Uh-huh.
WordPress.com, very little at the free level. Now, there are these tiers of WordPress.com, and you can pay a little bit and get some more options, and a little bit more and get a whole lot of options. But the most options come with the free version of WordPress.org. But that's a whole other ball game, and it really does require some technical
Okay.
know-how.
So-
And there are some security considerations. So for most people, you either want the free WordPress or maybe pay a little bit each month for a premium WordPress site.
Okay. So you are doing the one in the middle,
I'm going to do the one in the middle.
which is what?
It's called Independent Publisher.
Okay.
And I'm going to click to pick.
Okay.
Now it's asking for an address. Well, we have not, to my knowledge, purchased the smashcut.fyi
No.
domain name. And we can go and do that later on. And in the meantime, I'm going to see if we can do smashcutfyi.wordpress.com as a
Okay.
as a holdover.
Okay.
So smashcut FYI.
Uh-huh.
Well, smashcutfyi.wordpress.com is available. And
Oh.
also, as we see here, I could get smashcut.fyi, which is what we really want. and that's part of WordPress Premium, which includes these bonus features.
But you have to pay for that.
And that's $8 a month.
But you have to pay for that now.
Yeah, so I'm going to just go with the free option.
Yes.
For now.
Yes.
For now.
Yes.
Smash Cut, FYI. You could always go back and upgrade later on.
Okay. Well,
Here
at
we
least
go.
that's available.
Free is best for students. We also have the professional, the premium, and the business levels here.
So you can always upgrade later.
Always upgrade later.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Now, for $4 a month, this is not a bad option to consider because you get the custom domain and you get the some support, and then you get all the other free features.
So the $4 one.
The $4 one. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But we're going to go with the free, so we'll start with free.
Yes.
And it's asking here for our email address. Well, I'm going to use our Perfect Bloggers email.
Can this all be changed later too?
I don't know that the email address can be changed. Would you like to use your email?
Yes.
All right, which is
The
CM
P.
B.
No, P as in Paul.
Yep.
B as in boy.
Yep.
E
Yep.
at mail.usf.edu.
All right. And your username.
That's just my name. What? Oh. What's that red thing?
Oh, it says that you use a different email address. This one is not available.
No?
Perhaps you already have a WordPress.
I think I may have signed up for one a long time
You
ago.
might have signed up for one a while back.
Okay, then how about another one?
All right.
chris.campbell71 at gmail.com.
Chris.Campbell
71 at Gmail.
Gmail. Do you have? You're able to log into that account?
Yes.
You have the
Yes,
password. And
yes.
whatnot? All right. And that one is allowed, so that's
Okay.
good. So then we have our smashcut.fyi. I'm sorry, smashcut.fyi. We'll leave that as the username unless you'd like to change it. And now the password, you're gonna have to whisper this to me, the password, or sign it to me or something. Or I'll come up with it. You know what? I'm just gonna type something in, and then we'll chat.
Yeah, okay. Something, yeah. Now, can I change the password? I can always change the
Yeah,
password.
the
later,
password
too.
you can change later.
Okay.
All right, so we'll continue here. And we go to view my site. So that is the setup process.
So then if you click view my site, then we get, okay.
All right, so we've got the little management panel over here on the left. And we've got this little tutorial.
So what exactly is the management panel?
So the management panel is this menu here on the left from which we can control and configure the website. We can add content, we can change the appearance of the site, we can upgrade to a premium version of WordPress, we can do all those fun things.
You know, I have to admit, it does look, because I was trying, I think about a year and a half ago is when I was doing it initially.
Yeah.
And I was getting frustrated.
Yep.
But this new navigation panel looks slightly different.
Well, it's been streamlined
Yes.
and it's been simplified, and that's sort of the general trajectory that WordPress has taken, which I think is really nice. A lot of times software gets more and more complicated, but WordPress has done a good job of keeping things tamped down. So we see here site pages and blog posts. This is the difference that we were just talking about. A page is a evergreen piece of content that is not like a weekly or daily post, but it's something that's special. It's not time specific, and
So is a page like when you create a new page for a website?
yeah. And you can you can use WordPress to build websites, and your basic sections would be pages. And so in this case, about the blog
So is that a section header? I
would
just
be
remember,
a page. So let's go ahead and add a page here.
So, you're going to add a page.
I'm going to add a page.
So would the page be the page would be a totally separate page, not a blog, not a blog post.
Exactly. This is a standalone page on our blog website. So it's going to get special prominence in the structure of the blog.
So maybe this would be the about me.
Exactly.
Ah,
Exactly. So we could say something like about me for the title.
okay.
And, you start with the pertinent information. I like to drink Yoo-hoo. I'm not sure. Is that right?
Well, actually, I have confessed I've never actually had a Yoo-hoo drink. I've only heard about them, but I've never
You've
actually
never actually
had a Yoo-hoo
a Yoo-hoo.
drink.
All right. I'm going to
before.
revise this. I think I would like to drink Yoo-hoo. Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah. I'm curious.
right.
Yeah. It sounds chocolatey goodness.
Now, it is preventing me from publishing
Why is that?
because it wants me to confirm
Confirm what?
that email account
Oh.
that you gave me that
Okay.
I personally do not have access to.
Well, but you set up the password
Well, but there's an email that's gone to
to me.
you. So
Okay.
can you pull that up?
Well,
Lickety-split.
not at this exact moment.
All right.
But I'm looking at the time.
We're running shy. We're running shy on this.
6:57. So
That's all
this
right.
is exciting. So
Imagine that we saved this page.
Okay.
We're going to go back. I want to show a few other things.
Okay, this is exciting. So now I will be back in the groove, and I will be able to
Now,
start
When
blogging.
I'm going to do something a little fancy here, if I can remember. No. I just can't remember.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to zoom in on my screen, not just my browser, but my home
Oh, there
screen.
you go.
No, that's not it. There's another keyboard shortcut. That's all right. So we can create pages, we can create posts, we can add media, including photos.
And then you can link to the different pages. So you're
Link to the
basically
different
doing like
pages.
a
Yep.
navigation bar
Yep.
where you're doing a.
And then we have our themes here, and we can go in and customize our theme. This is something I want to encourage everyone to
Well,
explore.
hold on, let me cut back to.
Oh, yes.
You?
Because
Okay.
I was doing that.
You were just
I was doing
gesturing.
that. Like, ooh, this is important gesture.
Yes, very.
Is it back on me? I'm looking
Wildly-
at the delay.
Yes,
It is. All right.
Yes.
Everybody, I want to encourage all of you to explore the theme customization options. And there are some things that we're going to want to change, need to change to get our blog
Wait.
where it should be. Okay, that was scary.
I was trying to figure out how to put it up on the thing. Sorry. Okay, I'll worry about that.
All right,
do
we'll get to that
next week.
momentarily. We've got 2 minutes to go and we'll
Yes.
be done here. All right, site identity.
Oh, let me switch back. Okay.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
You're back.
Okay, site identity. We have a title to set and a tagline. Well, good news is we have those materials from our earlier work in the course, and we can
so
load
this
them in.
tagline, no, the site title is smashcut.fyi, right?
Smash cut. Yep.
And then
Dot. FYI.
and then the tagline is visual. What was it? Visual storytelling for what was that?
for everyone. Yeah.
Visual storytelling for everyone.
Look at that.
And where does that go? Does that actually? Oh, there it goes. It goes right under
Right
the.
underneath there. Yeah.
So that's all part of the header, I
Yep.
guess.
And guess what? We already had an about page that was set up.
Wait,
So we
what was that
didn't-
about? Say about again.
Well,
It was just there's every now and then there's the accent that comes out.
yes. Yes, that
Canadian?
accent.
What?
Nearly Canadian, but not quite. Only nearly. All right, what else can we do? Well, that's just the site identity. We can change colors and background to customize.
So
the-
we have a header image. Is that a header image?
That's a header image, which we can also swap out. So your homework is to think about a good header image here, good colors that you want to use. There are different palettes. You can change the fonts, and we have all kinds of options that we can go through here.
Okay. Well, this looks
Cherry Swash, for example.
No.
No,
Probably
probably something.
a nice little sans
A little
serif.
sans.
Sans serif.
Yeah, kind of a. Ooh. No.
No,
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that one either.
XO2. Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay. Well, that's fine for.
That's fine for now.
Okay. This does not look that complicated. I think
No,
I can
no.
handle this. It seems to be it. So
Now, theme options, there's not much there, actually. Widgets. Ooh, you want to go into widgets because widgets is kind of cool. You can go into widgets and add these custom widgets to different areas
What
of your
exactly
theme.
is a widget?
A widget is a chunk of content. It's a little block of content. A widget could be a little saying, a little quote. It could be an email subscription box. It could be the top 3 comments on the blog.
So
it could be any number
it's
of
not
things.
necessarily an icon. It could be
No.
anything.
No, it could be anything. Well, let's add a widget here and we'll see a few samples. We have calendars and images we could use. It could be a link, a list of your site's pages, recent posts. You could have your RSS feed, a Twitter timeline. There's all kinds of possibilities.
Okay.
Here's my advice. Take a look, experiment, but
Okay, it's back to you.
don't go back to me. Hello. Don't go overboard. Don't add every available widget to every available space in your theme. Less is more. We want a nice, simple presentation that ultimately emphasizes our blog posts because that's what it's really about
So I got 701.
in the end. And I have 7:03. We need to fix your clock. And I think we are right about at the 60-minute mark here. We started just a couple minutes after the top of the hour.
So what were we? What were we gonna do? Ending with the upside down.
Oh, yes. So,
And
thank you all for joining us. We need some. We need to work on an outro, something. Music or video or something.
maybe would it be the intro again? No.
No, we need something new, something fresh. We'll think about it. All right. Thanks everybody for joining us. Perfect Bloggers here. We successfully made it through. Well, we made it through the show, and we thank you for your time. And we'll see you in the class very soon.